Very good evening, everyone. Please let me know, am I audible or not? I think I'm audible to all of you guys. Please let me know. And sorry, everyone, for the yesterday workshop. There was some internet issue. So for that reason, I was not able to continue the workshop. And that's why I'm going to take that workshop today. Okay. And in this workshop, we are going to build the Spotify song downloader application using React and Tailwind CSS. And also, we will use the RapidAPI for implementing that feature. Okay. Let me show you the example first. Okay. Just to give me a second. Please let me know my VS Code is visible or not. Please let me know, guys. Okay, just to give me a second. Okay, just to give me a second, guys. My terminal is loading. Okay. Okay, I have started my live server. Just let me share you the screen. Okay, just give me a second. I think this tab is visible to all of you guys. Please let me know. You can see the application, right? There is a Spotify logo, and on the beside of that logo, there is a word like a song downloader, and uh, below there is an input field in which you have to put the URL of that song. And if you press the download button, then it will fetch that song from that URL, and it will automatically download. Okay. So let me share you an example how it will work. I'm just sharing my entire screen, guys. Okay. And just I have to open the Spotify first. Here you can see the Spotify, right? So just let me open any song. Suppose I want to download this Bonita. Okay. So if I right click on it and click on the share, then you can see here is a copy song link. Just press on it, then the URL will be copied in your clipboard. Just go here, and if you paste that URL in this input field, and if you just press the download button, then you can see the magic here. Just give me a second, guys. Why is it not downloading? Please let me check. Okay, just let me copy in another song. Here you can see the song is being fetched successfully, and you can see if I press the save button here, the song is being downloaded, right? You can see here. So this application works perfectly, right, guys? Please let me know. Are you interested? Are you interested or not for building this application? Please let me know in the chat box. I will continue this session in both English and Hindi, guys. Okay, for better understanding. Please let me know. Are you excited for building this React application that will help you to download any song from the Spotify? Okay, so first of all, let me open my VS Code, guys, and I have to change my folder. So here is the folder, Frontend November. So inside that folder, I have to create a React application first. Okay, if you want to use create React app for creating a React application, that is absolutely fine. There is no problem, but I prefer to use Vite bundler. Okay, so Vite is a lightweight package, lightweight bundler, which will help you to initialize your React application in a very fast manner. Okay, so for that reason, I will use the React. I will use the Vite bundler, and I will not use normal CSS, but instead of using the normal CSS, I will use Tailwind CSS. Okay, so just give me a second. I don't know why my terminal is not working. So just let me open my CMD first. So for creating a React application using Vite, you have to write a command, right? So the command is you have to write the npm, and after the npm you have to write create. And what you are going to create? You are going to create a React application using Vite. So write Vite @latest. Okay, and after that you have to provide a folder name. So just let's suppose I want to create a folder called Spotify. Okay, so the command will be npm create Vite @latest Spotify, right? If you press the enter button, you can see just it will take a time. You can see here is a couple of options which framework you are going to use. So just choose the React, the third one, guys. Okay, just choose the third one and hit the enter button once again and choose a variant. Okay, so you have to choose normal JavaScript, and in this entire workshop we will use the normal JavaScript here. So just choose the normal JavaScript and hit the enter button. Now you can see our React application, very first React application is being created successfully. Okay, now you have to change your directory into Spotify. हम लोगों ने क्या किया, इस React application को already build कर लिया, right? So अभी आपको इस React application को चला के देखना होगा कि ये सही से चल रहा है या नहीं चल रहा. So for that reason, you have to change the directory to Spotify. So for changing the directory, you have to write the command cd, and after that you have to provide the directory name, and the directory name is Spotify. Okay, now I am inside the Spotify directory, And if you just notice, guys, if I open the Spotify here, just let me zoom in. I am just opening the Spotify folder here, and inside the src, not inside the src, inside the Spotify, you can see there is no package.json file, guys. So first of all, you have to generate the package.json file, otherwise you will not be able to run your React application. Now you can ask me, sir, how can we generate the package.json file? Simple. Just go inside the Spotify folder. Okay. Open your command prompt or your terminal and just write the command npm install. If you install the npm inside that folder, then the package.json file will be generated. I hope you all understood. Please let me know in the chat box, guys. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. If you have any kind of doubt, guys, please let me know. I hope you have understood how you can create a React application using Vite bundler. And after that, you have to change the directory. And then you have to install the npm. Okay. It will take 1 to 2 minutes, guys. After that, it will be downloaded. You can see here is a node module folder, guys. And inside the src, you can see a package.json file. Right? And inside the package.json file, you can see here in the portion of the script, there is a command called dev. So if you run this dev command, then your React application will be started. So just open your terminal or your command prompt and run a command called npm run dev. If you write this command npm run dev, then it will help you to start your React application. So just hit the enter button and you can see you have to open the localhost 5173. Okay, if you open the localhost 5173, then you can see your React application. Just let me open, just close the tab and let me open it again. Localhost 5173, guys, you can see here. And if I hit the enter button, you can see our very first React application is being created successfully. Here is a Vite logo and here is the React logo. And here is a button, count is a 0. And if I press on that button, you can see the number is increasing, right? So our React application is working perfectly. Now we have to perform some modification on our React application because we don't need this Vite logo and we don't need this React logo, right? हम लोगों को ये Vite लोगो React का लोगो हमें नहीं चाहिए. हम क्या चाहते हैं? एक Spotify का लोगो होगा, उसके बाद एक टेक्स्ट होगा लाइक सॉन्ग डाउनलोडर, नीचे एक इनपुट वाला फील्ड होगा, उसके बगल में एक बटन होगा. बटन पे क्लिक करेंगे तो सॉन्ग डाउनलोड हो जाएगा, राइट? हम बेसिकली यही फीचर चाहते हैं. So for that reason, just open your VS Code, guys, and after that, just this assets folder, we don't need this asset folder, right? So just delete it. And after that, you can see inside this public folder, and we also don't need this public folder. So just delete this public folder also. Go inside the app.js, and we don't need this kind of stuff. Just import only React from React, right? And create a function. And the function name will be app. Okay. And you have to return something, right? So there is our React application. And you have to export it. So just let me turn off my tab 9. Okay. So just clean the app.js file, guys. Okay. And just let me print something here called hello world. Hello. Okay. And let me open my browser. And if I just reload the browser, you can see a text here called hello world, right? So we have successfully modify our React application, and you can see here the hello world, right? Have you understood these steps, guys? Please let me know. If you have any doubt, just ask me. I will explain it again. Okay. I am just deleting the unnecessary folders and unnecessary files. Okay. Please let me know if you have any kind of doubt. If you have any doubt, please ask me, guys. Okay, the next step is we have to install the Tailwind CSS. So for downloading the Tailwind CSS, just open a new tab of your browser and search for Tailwind CSS. Okay, Tailwind CSS and hit the enter button. You can see the very first website of the Tailwind CSS. Just click on it. Okay, then you can see this kind of interface. Here is a button called Get Started. Just press on the Get Started button. Okay. So if you click on the Get Started button, then you can see here is an option called Installation, right? And below the installation, there is a couple of options called Tailwind CLI, using Post CSS, then Framework Guides, and Place ADN. If you remember, we are using the Vite bundler. Okay, so it is also a framework. So just click on the Framework Guides. Okay, now you have to choose the framework which you are using right now. So we are using the Vite, right? So click on the Vite here. Now it will told you that you have to create a React application using Vite first. Then you have to change the directory, right? That we have already completed. The second step is you have to copy these two lines from here. Okay, just copied it from here and open your terminal and paste it here. Okay, just give me a second. So I have just pasted here. It will take a minute, guys. वर्कशॉप चल रहा है फ्रंट एंड का, और इसमें हम स्पॉटिफाई सॉन्ग डाउनलोडर एप्लीकेशन बना रहे हैं इस वर्कशॉप में. Okay, so now just hit the enter button again. Now if you just open your VS Code here, you can see a tailwind.config.js file has been generated here, right? Now once again, just open your browser, and here you can see tailwind.config.js. Just copied this entire thing, guys. Just copied this entire thing and paste it inside the tailwind.config.js file. Okay, after that you have to go to the browser and copy this portion, guys. This portion, you have to copy this portion. Yes, after this live class, this video will be available on the YouTube. You can check it later, guys. Okay, don't worry about it. Just copy these 3 lines, guys, and go inside your index.css file and remove everything from here and paste it here, these 3 lines. Okay, so now we have successfully configured our Tailwind CSS. So let's check it whether it is working or not, guys. Okay, so if I just create a D, and let's suppose here is a word called hello world. Okay, and how you can use the Tailwind CSS? For using the Tailwind CSS, we have to write the class name, and inside that class name you have to write the classes of Tailwind CSS. Right, now I have to change the text color. So for changing the text color, you have to write the text here and just put a dash after it. And let's suppose I want to give it a color called blue, and here is a couple of variant of the blue. So I will choose the blue 500, and just let me start the application again. Now my application is being started, guys, and if I reload it here, you can see the hello world, the color of the hello world is being changed into blue. Right, guys, I hope you can see it. Is it visible to you guys? That means our Tailwind CSS is working perfectly. Right. Now let's create our application, guys. Okay. So we have also successfully configured our Tailwind CSS. Right. Now we have to create our Spotify song downloader application. So for that reason, just open your VS Code, guys, again, and remove this hello world from here. Okay, and we have to also change this class name. Now I want to wrap this entire div into my entire screen. Okay, so for that reason, I will provide it the height of the screen and width also screen. Okay, now why I am writing the height screen and width screen? Just let me show you, guys. Let's suppose it is my browser. Okay, it is the screen of my browser. So I want to give my entire height and my entire width to this application. So if I write height screen, then it will take the entire height from here. So it will take the entire height from here. That is the meaning of height screen. And if I write width screen, so इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब होगा कि जितना भी width है अपने screen का, वो पूरा का पूरा ले लो. So for that reason, I have just written the class name called W screen. So it will help you to take the width of the entire screen, and height screen means it will help you to take the height of the entire screen. I hope you have understood these things, guys. Just let me check whether the height and the width is being assigned or not. So for that reason, I will provide a background color on it. So for providing a background color, you have to write BG. Let's suppose black, BG black. Just let's check it, guys. You can see my entire screen color is being changed into black. That means I am successfully assigned my entire height and my entire width to this React application. Okay. So just let me change this background color. And मान के चलो कि मैं चाहता हूँ कुछ अलग कलर यूज करना चाहता हूँ मैं, तो मैं क्या करूंगा? लीनियर ग्रेडियंट यूज करूंगा. ओके, So just let me choose a linear gradient color, guys. Mm, I think that will be okay. I think this is not the original color. Just let me just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. Yes, it looks good, guys. Just let me copy this thing from here and paste it here. Okay, and let me check it. Yes, you can see my background color is being changed successfully. Okay, you can use this website. This website name is uh, to Sinocode. Okay, to Sinocode, and just go to the very first website to Sinocode, and you can use any kind of uh, gradient colors. Okay, so you can see the gradient color here, right? Now let me show you another very good package, okay, for the React application, and the package name is React Icons. Okay, so if you use the React Icons, then it will help you to use any kind of icons. Like if I want to use the Spotify icon, then I will just search the Spotify here. मुझे बस Spotify वर्ड को सर्च करना है यहाँ पर, और देख सकते हो यहाँ पर बहुत सारा आइकॉन मुझे शो हो रहा है। तो जो भी आइकन मैं यूज करना चाहता हूँ उसको मैं यहाँ से लेके यूज कर सकता हूँ। कि मान के चलो कि मैं ये वाला आइकन यूज करूंगा, सो मैंने इसके ऊपर क्लिक कर दिया, लेकिन उससे पहले आप लोगों को ये आइकन डाउनलोड करना होगा। भी कैसे डाउनलोड करोगे? वेरी इजी। आप लोगों को पता है ना कि इस पैकेज का नाम क्या है, रिएक्ट आइकन्स है ना। सो जस्ट ओपन योर टर्मिनल एंड राइट npm i react icons। ओके, सो अगर आप npm i react icons लिखेंगे ना तो ये वाला पैकेज डाउनलोड हो जाएगा। उसके बाद आप जो भी आइकन यूज करना चाहते हैं यूज कर सकते हैं यहाँ से लेके। So just give me a second. It has been downloaded successfully. Okay, so after that you have to copy this syntax from here and paste it here, guys. Okay, just paste it here, and also you have to take that class name, right? So if I put that class name here, you can see there will be a logo which will be displayed, right? Just let me increase the size of that logo. अगर आप देखोगे ना, आप लोग देख सकते हो कि टॉप लेफ्ट साइड में एक आइकन आ चुका है स्पॉटिफाई का, राइट? सो इस रिएक्ट आइकन पैकेज से हम किसी भी आइकन को यूज कर सकते हैं। ओके ओके, जस्ट गिव मी a second. I don't want to use it in this way. Let me put some classes, extra classes called flex. Flex means I want to make my display flex, then item center, and also justify center. Okay, and after that I will take a div, and inside that div I will put that icon and also the text song downloader. Okay, so I will take this class name from here, sorry, this component name, and I will paste it here. You can see the icon at the very center position of my screen, right? Let me increase the size of it. Yeah, it looks pretty, right guys? And also I have to put a name called song downloader. Song downloader. Okay, just let me assign some class name here also. Flex item center. I don't think it is needed. Only flex will be enough for here. Yes, flex is enough. Okay, just give me more. Item center, justify center. Okay, now it looks good guys. Now we have to provide, मुझे हमें एक थोड़ा space देना पड़ेगा इस icon और इस text के बीच में, right? So for that I will use gap in x direction 2. Now you can see there is a space between the icon and the song, right? Now let me increase the size of the text. So for that reason I will write text excel. Now you can see the size of the text is being increased successfully, right? I think you have understood all these things guys. Please let me know if you have any doubt. Just ask me. If you have any kind of doubt guys, please let me know. I hope you have understood these concepts guys. ओके जस्ट आई अभी मैं चाहता हूँ कि ये वाला टेक्स्ट जो है ना इसको थोड़ा बोल्ड करना चाहता हूँ. ओके, सो फॉर दैट रीजन आई विल यूज द font here and font bold, so it will help you to make it bold. Okay, I think that looks very pretty. Okay, I don't think I need to increase. There is no need to increase the size of the song download. Okay, so after the div, I have to create another div, and inside that div, I will create an input field and also a button. Okay, so input URL. I don't need the name and the ID, and I also need a button, and the button will be download. Okay, and if you just open it, you can see here a input field and also a download button here, right? So just give me a second guys. I have to make it flex column. Yes, you can see the input field and the button is being placed below this portion guys. Okay, now we have to provide some spaces between these two things, right? So for that reason I can use gap in y direction. How much? Just 5. Okay, let's check guys. Okay, it looks good. Okay, it looks. Now I have to increase the size of this input field and also the button. So for that reason I will use a class here, and I will put the height 10 and the width of 400 pixel. Okay, and the width of 400 pixel. It looks good. I think I should increase the width of it. So 450 will be enough for it, right? Yes, 450 will be enough. And also I have to make it round. So border will be none, and also I don't want any outline. So also the outline will be none. Yes, you can see no outline is visible here. And I also want to give some padding in the X direction. Okay. Okay, just let me show you one thing, guys. If you write gap x2, that means let let assume that it is my screen, and here is a component and here is another component. Okay, and if you divide this screen into two parts, then it will be an axis and it will be another axis. Okay, and this axis called x axis and this axis is called y axis. Okay, so if you write gap in x direction 2, that means you are providing some gap in this portion. Okay, and if you write gap in y direction 2, that means you are providing some gap in y direction. Mahendra, if I make this application responsive, then that will not make any sense. क्या है ना, अगर मैं खुद ही सब कुछ बिल्ड करके दे दूंगा तो तुम लोग क्या करोगे? मैं बस तुम्हें ये दिखाऊंगा कि क्लाइंट साइड पे कैसे एपीआई हैंडल किया जाता है। बाकी का रिस्पॉन्सिवनेस तुम्हें खुद करना होगा। तुम्हें खुद भी तो कुछ दिखाना होगा ना कि तुम थोड़ा बहुत काम जानते हो, राइट? सो वो तुम लोगों को दिखाना होगा। मैं बस तुम्हें दिखाऊंगा कि कैसे एक एपीआई हैंडल कर सकते हो फ्रंट एंड में। वही मेन टॉपिक है। कंपोनेंट तो सब लोग ही बना लेंगे, उसको रिस्पॉन्सिव भी बना लेंगे। अगर तुम फ्रंट एंड में एपीआई हैंडलिंग नहीं कर पाओगे ना, तो वो फ्रंट एंड का कोई काम नहीं है वहां पर, राइट? So I hope you have understood this portion, gap y direction 2 and gap x direction 2, and also padding x2 and padding y2 is working similarly. If you write padding x2, that means from this portion and this portion you are providing some padding, and if you write this padding y direction 2, that means you are providing some padding from this direction. Okay, from this direction. So that means padding in y direction 2 pixel, not 2 pixel, it is more than. I hope you have understood the concept of gap y2 and padding x2, padding y2, right? So let's come back, and I want to make this input field rounded. So for that reason, you can write rounded, DED, rounded, large. Okay. So you can see here my input field now is being rounded. Okay, and it looks really good. And the cursor, you can see there is a padding behind the cursor, right? So let me just increase more padding here, guys. Padding in 5. Okay, now you can see there is a more padding. Okay, and it looks good. You can see here. And just let me give some background color to this button, guys. So for giving some background color to this button, you have to use the class name, and for giving some background color, you have to write bg, and this bg means background. Now I want to give the background color. Let me use the white. Okay, it is not a good choice to use the white color, but you can use any kind of color here, right? That is totally depend on you. Just let me give some height on it, 10, and padding from x direction 2. Yes, it looks good. Just it need to be rounded. So rounded, large. Yes, and it also needs some spacing. So for the spacing purpose, I have to assign some class name on its parent div flex and gap in its direction too. Okay, now it looks quite good. Okay, the button is also looking very good. If you want to make it bold, the button, so for that you can write font bold. Now you can see the text inside the button is now bold, right? Okay, let me add some more features. Hover means if you hover on the button on the situation, what class you are going to use. So I will use BG black and another hover text white. So if I hover on this button, you can see my background color and also the color of the text is being changed, right? It will it is being completed, guys. Tailwind is being completed. So if I just create a component and put some API on it, it not looks good, guys. Okay. So for that reason, I have to write some CSS on it. The main portion is being completed here. Okay. So now we will talk about the functionality on it. Okay. Now the second step is you have to create an account on RapidAPI. Okay. So for that reason, open a new tab and search for RapidAPI. Okay. And you can see the very first website, this RapidAPI. Just click on it. Okay, just give me a second, guys. I don't know why it is. Oh, it is working, guys. It's working. Okay, you can see the interface, right? Just go for the sign up if you are using it for the very first time. So for that reason, you can go to sign up. And if you have already created an account on this website, so go for login. So not login, go for sign in. I have already created my account, guys. So for that reason, I don't need to sign up. So for that reason, I have just sign in. Okay. And after signing or sign up, just go to the entertainment section at the left middle portion. Okay. And click on the entertainment. Then you can see here a Spotify downloader option. Okay. Just click on the Spotify downloader. Okay. And you can see here is a text called test endpoint, but there will be another word subscribe. Okay, so if you are using this RapidAPI for the first time, for that reason you have to subscribe it. Okay, just press the button here and go for the free trial. Okay, that's a very easy step. Go for the free trial. Then you will be able to use this API. Okay, So I want to download the song. So for that reason, I will use the very first option, download song. Now go for the params here. Okay. And inside this params, you have to provide the song's URL. Just let me copy a song URL. Just give me a second. I don't know about it, guys. I don't know whether it is an official API or unofficial API. If I just copy the link of this song and if I just paste it here and press the test endpoint, you can see the result, guys. Just it will take some couple of moment. You can see a download link here. Okay. And if you just copy the download link from here and just paste it in another tab and hit the enter button, you can see the song is being downloaded, right? So that means our API is working perfectly. Now we have to integrate this API into our interface. Okay. So for that reason, we are not going to use the fetch API. We are going to use the Axios. So very first step, you have to install the Axios first. And the command is npm I Axios. So if you write the npm I Axios, then it will help you to download this package. Now I have already downloaded this package. So npm run dev and import this Axios here. Okay. And also you have to import the app.css, right? I don't think there's no need of app.css. Oh, there's no need of this app.css. Okay. We have to just import this Axios here. And also we have to manage some states. Like if I put any URL, just give me a second. If I put any URL inside this input field, then I should catch this URL, right? So for that reason, I have to manage some state. So I will use the useState hook, useState, and I will create a new state const URL and set URL. And the initial, at the very initial stage, it will be a empty string. Okay. Now I have to create a function that will help you to catch the URL. Whenever the input field will be changed, then it will automatically propagate that URL inside your URL variable. So for that reason, I will create a function const handle URL, and I will pass a parameter called e dot prevent. I think e dot prevent default is not necessary here, right? Just let me put prevent default, and after that I want to set the value of this URL inside this URL variable, right? So for that reason, I will take the set URL, and inside the set URL, I will take this e, and after that, I will write target dot value. So this will help you to synchronize the changes of inside this input field. Okay, this will help you to synchronize that input field. So just copy this handle URL and paste it inside that URL. And I want to use on change and handle URL. And if I just console log this URL here, guys. You can see. Just let me refresh here. You can see whatever I am writing inside this input field, it is automatically synchronized, right? So I have successfully created this useState function, right? So it is working nice, working perfectly. Now I have to initialize the endpoint, not endpoint, this API. So for that, const download song. And just remember, you have to use the async before the function because it will take some time for performing the operation. So for that reason, you have to make this function asynchronous. Okay, and just go to the Rapid API and go to the code snippet, and here you have to select JavaScript and client. You will select the client Axios. Okay. After that, you have to copy all the things, right? But you just copy the const options portion first. So just in console, what happening? You can see if I write anything inside this input field. Okay, just give me a second. Console log. You can see if I write anything inside the input field, it is propagating automatically, right? Means whatever changes is happening inside that input field, मतलब हम जो भी changes perform कर रहे हैं ना इस input field के अंदर, उसको हमें propagate करना पड़ता है. So उसी को हम दिखा रहे हैं कि कैसे propagate होता है. Okay, on change की help से हम क्या करेंगे, इस पोर्शन को कॉपी कर लेंगे. ओके, जस्ट गो टू द रैपिड एपीआई एंड जस्ट कॉपी दिस पोर्शन फ्रॉम हियर, राइट? After that, just paste it here and just remember guys, don't put your API key directly into the GitHub. Okay, don't put this API key into the GitHub. Okay, so for preventing this situation, just create a new file. Okay, I think not inside the src, inside the Spotify, just create a file called .env. Okay, and inside this .env file, you have to create a variable Vite API key and assign this API key here. Okay, and keep in your mind guys, if you create a .env file, then go inside the .gitignore and mention the .env here. So that will help you to prevent the updation of the .env file, and your API secrets will remain secret. No one can access your API keys. Okay, and how you can access the API key? It is very simple. If you are using Vite, so for that is, if you are using Vite, the syntax will be different. You have to write import dot meta dot env, and after that the variable name that you have declared inside the .env file. So just paste it here. So by writing the import dot meta dot env, you can access any environmental file that you have created inside the React application using Vite. Okay, so if you're using Vite, just keep in your mind, you have to mention Vite here. If you're not mentioning Vite here, API underscore key. If you are not mentioning Vite here, then your environmental file will not work perfectly. Okay, so you have to mention Vite, after that API underscore key. Okay, now you have to assign the song ID, right? So for assigning the song ID, you can take that URL from here directly. Okay, so I will take the URL directly from here. So if I put any URL inside the input field, then it will automatically assign in song ID field. Okay, after that, just go inside the Rapid API and see the syntax here. They have used the try catch block, and inside the try catch block, they have used exhaust.request. And if you noticed here, inside this option, we have already defined the method, get method, right? So there is no need to use explicit get method. So just open a try catch here, and inside the try catch, you have to use await, after that exhaust dot request, and inside the request you have to pass the options, and inside these options you have mentioned couple of things called a method, URL, params, and also some headers, right? And you have to store it inside a variable const response. Okay, and I want to console log it first. Okay, and if there is any error when I am running my exhaust, if on this situation, if there is any error on the situation, it will print the error here. Okay, and just uh, let me call the function first. Downloads. Okay, you can see there is a data. Okay, just give me a second. I have to reload it first. You can see I have not put any URL inside this input field. So for that, it provides me a data. Okay, and if you click on the data, you can see a message called invalid song ID. Why it is showing us the invalid song ID? Because we have not put any URL inside the input field. So I am just copying a song, and if I put this inside this URL, inside this input field, now you can see, if you click on the data here, just let me zoom in. If you click on the data here, you can see a download link is present, right? So only we need this download link for downloading the song. Okay, so we have to destructure this response. So for destructuring this response, if you just remember, I am just console log this response here. So if I just console log the response, then it will give me the entire data, but I don't want the entire data. So what I need the data that is present inside the response. So I will write dot data. Okay, now you can see I have already get the data. So now I want to access another data field that is present inside the data. So for that reason, I will again write the data. Now you can see here is a response, and now I can access the download link from here, right? I am just going inside the response and take the data field, and inside the data field there is another field called data, and I am also accessing that data field. Okay, and inside that data field you can see here is a download link, right? And we need also this download link. So for that, just put a dot here and write download link. Now you can see a link here, and if you just open that link, you can see your song is downloading, right? That means we are handling our API perfectly. Okay, so if I click this button, the song will be downloaded, right? So I will use the on click here, and inside the on click I will use the download song. Okay, means whenever I'm clicking on this button, then this API will be called. Okay, so just let me copy this portion and let me put it here, and if I press on that download button, now you can see our link is being displayed on my terminal, right? Now I have to download, means अगर मैं इस डाउनलोड बटन को प्रेस करूंगा ना, तो डाउनलोड प्रोसेस ऑटोमेटिकली स्टार्ट हो जाएगा। तो उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पर आएंगे, हमारे पास एक ऑब्जेक्ट मिलता है विंडो नाम से। सो हम इस विंडो ऑब्जेक्ट को लेंगे, उसके ऊपर एक एट्रीब्यूट हमें मिलता है जिसका नाम है लोकेशन, और लोकेशन किसका सेट करना है, इस URL का, राइट? सो फॉर दैट यू हैव टू राइट href. Okay, and inside the href you have to paste this entire portion. Okay, now if you just hit the download button, guys, you can see the magic. I am just clicking the download button here. Now you can see my song is downloading, right? If I press on the save button, you can see my song is being downloaded, right? Just let me give you another example. If I want to download this song Biba, just copy this song's link and paste it here and click the download button. Now you can see your song is downloading automatically, right? That means your API is working correctly, and also you can handle it properly. Okay, and also I want to implement a feature, means if I press the button on the situation, the input field will be empty. So for that reason, just go inside the try block and use the set URL function and make it empty. Okay, so if you click the download button, I think it is not working. Just let me check, guys. I think it should be put here, right? Set URL and empty string, and after that I have to put the value here, value URL. Okay, now you can see if I press the download button here, you can see the input field is being empty and the download feature is working perfectly. And if I press the save button, my song is downloading, right? That means our API is working perfectly. And it is our very first project, Spotify song downloader. The purpose behind this project is to help you to understand how you can handle API at the client side. It is also a very hectic work. Okay, आप लोग तो इंटरफेस अच्छा बना लोगे, कंपोनेंट्स भी डिजाइन कर लोगे, लेकिन उस कंपोनेंट में अगर आप स्टेट को हैंडल नहीं कर पाए, कोई एपीआई को हैंडल नहीं कर पाए ना, तो उस स्टेट का कोई मतलब नहीं रहता, मतलब उस कंपोनेंट का कोई मतलब नहीं रहता, तो डमी डमी कंपोनेंट होगा सिचुएशन पे, राइट? सो it is our very first project, Spotify song downloaded. If you have any doubt, just let me know, guys. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Please let me know. And if you have any kind of doubt, just let me know. So, please let me know everyone, am I audible or not. Just send us API. I can provide you the link of this API. It is the API. If you have any kind of doubt or if you have any questions, please let me know, guys. Or no, that is not possible, guys. If you want to talk with each other, you can also message them personally. If you have any doubt, please let me know, guys. I hope you have understood the project. And if you talk about the responsiveness, that is all up to you. You have to implement the responsiveness. Okay. And my goal is to help you to understand how you can handle the API at the client side. Okay. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Please let me know, everyone, if you have any questions. No, no, no. You cannot upload your first task. You have to upload them. मीन्स क्या कहते हैं उसको, सभी टास्क आपको कंप्लीट करना होगा, उसके बाद ही आप अपलोड कर पाएंगे. आप मैनुअली एक एक टास्क को अपलोड नहीं कर सकते. ओके. Or if you're talking about pushing this task into the GitHub, then you can also push it. There's no problem. And if you are asking to for submission of this task at our side, so उसके लिए टाइम लगेगा थोड़ा, 10-15 दिन के बाद आप टास्क सबमिट कर पाएंगे. अगर किसी और को कोई क्वेश्चन है तो पूछ सकते हो गाइस. प्लीज लेट मी नो. इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस जस्ट लेट मी नो. आप लोग इस वीडियो को बाद में भी देख सकते हो, यूट्यूब पे रहेगा. जब भी आप प्रोजेक्ट करेंगे ना, अगर किसी भी स्टेप में अगर आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम हो तो आप इस वीडियो को देख सकते हो और देख के इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हो. और बाकी का जो भी रेस्पॉन्सिवनेस या कुछ भी आप इम्प्लीमेंट करना चाहते हो कर सकते हो, उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ओके. अगर किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन है रिगार्डिंग internship or regarding certificate, you can ask me. Don't worry, your certificates will be ISO verified, ISO 9001 2015. Okay. And you can also verify your certificates. Okay. We will provide you the link, and if you have to just put your certificate ID and just search your ID, then the entire details of yours will be displayed on your screen. Okay. By using that link, you can verify your certificates. Don't worry. No, it is not a stipend based internship. After completing this internship, if your work satisfied us, on that situation we will provide you a free interview. Okay. And if you pass the interview, on that situation we can provide you 2 to 3 months, at least 1 to 2 months paid internship, where you can get not very much, but at least 5 to 6K per month. Okay. Yes, this workshop is being ended. If you want to leave, you can leave, guys. Tomorrow will be no workshop because of the Chhat Puja. Okay. So we will also provide you the link. Don't worry about it. We will also notify about it. Okay. And thank you everyone for joining this workshop. And have a good day and have a good night to all of you, and also very good evening. Okay. And thank you for investing your time on this workshop. Thank you, guys. If you want to leave, you can leave, guys. Don't worry. This video will be available later on this YouTube. And if you want to are you celebrating? No, I am a Bengali. Okay. In Bengali, there is no tradition of Chhat Puja. Okay. मैं कोलकाता से हूँ. हमारे यहाँ पर छठ पूजा नहीं होता. Mahendra, I will provide you the submission link. Okay, after 10 to 12 days. Okay, if you have to complete all the 4 tasks, and after that you can go for the submission. And also we are charging 39 rupees for the certificate, because we are giving you the workshop, and if your work is satisfied us, on the situation we will provide you a free interview. So that is also manpower, right? So, and also certificate, and also verify ISO verified certificate, right? So for that reason, we are charging 39 rupees. That's very small amount. Okay, guys, if you want to leave, you can leave, guys. Yes, 39 is decent. Anyone can afford it. Our motto is to provide quality education at a affordable price, and we are also running some training programs like front-end training programs, back-end training programs, and soon we are going to launch about the full stack and also the Python development from the January, from the month of January next year. एंड इफ यू अगर आप लोग उस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम का कॉस्ट सुनोगे ना तो आपका दिमाग फट जाएगा. उस प्रोग्राम चलेगा 45 डेज के लिए और उस प्रोग्राम का कॉस्ट है 95 रुपीज, नॉट 95, 99 रुपीज. हम 99 रुपीज में भी ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम करवाते हैं जहां पर पूरा का पूरा क्लास गूगल मीट पे होता है लाइव. Okay, guys. So the session is being ended here. And have a very good night to all of you, and very good evening, and also the greetings for the Chhat Puja. Okay. Thank you, everyone. हाँ, नहीं नहीं नहीं, हम रेडिस का नहीं कराते. हम मन स्टैक के ऊपर कराते हैं पूरा का पूरा डेवलपमेंट. Soon we are going to launch about the Java development. उसके बाद पाइथन का सोचेंगे. पाइथन का बैकएंड होता है ना जेंगो या फ्लास्क से, वो भी हम करवाएंगे बाद में, लेकिन रेडिस नहीं करवाते हम. थैंक यू महेंद्र. यू कैन लीव नाउ गाइस. द सेशन अभी खत्म हो चुका है. ओके, एंड थैंक यू फॉर इन्वेस्टिंग योर टाइम into our workshop, guys. Have a very good evening and very good night to all of you. Thank you, guys.